Yeah. One night I had a dream. Me and the Lord walking by the sea. I thought I understood my life, but then I saw something that changed everything. Yeah. I saw my whole life painted across the sky. Every low, every high, every tear that I cried, every victory, every battle that I survived. Every moment I was broken but somehow stayed alive. I looked down at the sand, saw two sets of tracks, like you were beside me. Every time I look back, through the laughter, through the sunshine, through the grace, I could always see your footprints next to mine in that place. But then the picture changed when the pain appeared. The nights full of doubt, the months full of fear, when my heart was shattered and my soul was torn. When I felt abandoned, tired and worn, that's when I noticed something I couldn't understand. Only one set of footprints written in the sand. In the heart of the struggle, the darker the land, the more I saw just one trail in the sand. I said, Lord, where were you when I was losing my way? Where were you when I was crying every day? You promised you would never leave me where I stand, so why was there only one set of footprints in the sand? Or were you when the world felt cold, when nobody called, when nobody showed, when my prayers hit the ceiling and fell to the floor, when I kept knocking but couldn't find a door? Where were you when my faith was weak, when I spent whole nights unable to sleep, when my mind was a battlefield, heart full of scars, looking for answers somewhere beyond the stars? Yeah, I carry questions heavier than chains, trying to make sense of all the losses and pains, thinking maybe heaven had forgotten my name. Maybe I was alone in this endless rain. But then everything stopped, the wind became still, and the voice full of peace spoke straight to my will. He said, my child, I heard every cry, every tear that fell, every sleepless night. I never left you, not even once, understand? Look again at those footprints in the sand. No, those weren't the moments I walked away, those were the moments I carried your weight. When you couldn't move, when you couldn't stand, that's why there was only one trail in the sand. I carried your fears when they crushed your chest. I carried your soul when it needed rest. I carried your hope when it started to fade. I carried your light through the darkest days. Every scar has a story, every wound has a key, every storm reveals something deeper in me. What I thought was abandonment was mercy unseen, a love working quietly behind every scene. Now I see the river that flows through the pain, the sunshine hidden behind the rain. Now I understand what I couldn't back then. Sometimes being carried feels like reaching the end. No, you never left me when life got hard. You were protecting me through every scar. And when I couldn't walk, when I couldn't stand, you carried me safely through the sand. So now when the darkness comes again, I remember those footprints in the sand. Not a sign that I was ever alone, but proof that I was carried all alone. No.
One night by the sea, I asked, why did you abandon me? Now I know the truth, now I understand. The only footprints I saw were yours carrying me through.